Do you ever wish you had an inner guide for your life so you don't have to be in doubt? Am I on the right track? Am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right job? Am I in the right relationship? You would have a way of knowing, like a compass needle that's always there to point you in the right true direction for you. Wouldn't that be great? I know what it's like to be confused, to be unclear, to have so many voices coming at me from the outside that I can't feel my own. And I know what it's like to be so out of touch with what I'm feeling that I can tell you how every other person is feeling sooner than I know myself. Well, I went through all that, and then I found focusing. And although my life has had many ups and downs since that day, I've always had with me this ability to tune in and sense what's really right for me. And it's gotten stronger and stronger over the years. And not only that, I had a way of working with and working through old stuck emotional patterns that were in the way of me living my full life. And that was amazing. So today I want to share with you a powerful exercise for getting in touch with what you really feel and want using focusing. Shall we do that? You know, there can be so many confusing ideas about what we need and want. It can even be contradictory, like I want to be in this relationship and I want to have my freedom and do whatever I want. So our minds can be so full of what we should want that there's no room in there to find out what we really do want. And that's where focusing comes in. When you learn to use the powerful skill of focusing, you learn to sense from inside what's really right for you, using your body as a compass needle to point you toward what you really need and want. I remember when I was in my first serious relationship. Jim and I were in love. We promised to spend our whole lives together. We were in bliss until we weren't. I gave up my college plans, or at least interrupted them, in order to be with Jim. But as time went on, I began to miss that whole side of my life. The learning, the thinking. And I began to see that Jim had serious drug problems. And that made me uneasy and anxious and not sure what to do about it. But I had the idea that if you love someone, you accept everything about them. You stick with them no matter what. And I couldn't feel or trust what I was feeling because I was so filled with what I should do. Well, I stayed in that relationship too long. But I did get back to college, and although Jim was welcome to join me, he chose his drugs instead. And I was sad about that for a little while, but pretty quickly I saw and felt that I'd made a lucky escape. But here's the thing, that was before I knew focusing. And I really feel that if I'd had focusing then, I would have been able to listen to those uneasy and anxious feelings and follow them to a sense of what I really needed to do. I would also have been able to feel and trust those longings for the life that I really wanted to live. I don't know what I would have done differently, but I'm pretty sure I would have made different choices and be happier about it now. So tell me, do you ever wish that you'd listen to yourself? Are you maybe in a time like that right now? Well, today I want to show you a simple step that you can take right now to get that inner sense of knowing, or at least start to get it, that inner sense of knowing of what's right for you. So you can guide your way forward from your inner sense of rightness and not from your ideas about should, like I did. Okay, so start with a question you have right now, some area of your life where you're not sure about something. Maybe it's a job you're in, maybe it's a relationship, just some kind of choice that you're in the middle of making. Got it? All right. Now, I bet you have a lot you already know and think about this, that you go kind of around in circles. Shall I do it this way? Shall I do it this way? All of that hasn't helped you yet. It can even be very confusing. let's do something different today. Okay? So, take your time just to feel your body contacting what you're sitting on. And begin to feel inside your body. Aware inside the area of your throat, your chest, your stomach, and your belly. That might sound a little odd. Just give it a try. Now in there, in your throat and chest and stomach and belly, remember that situation you chose. And get the feel of what it's like for you to be in that situation. I'm going to say that again. Get the feel of what it's like for you to be in that situation. Okay, give that a moment because it takes a little time. Yeah? And if you think you're not feeling anything, try saying, I feel fine about that situation. You don't, right? That's it. You got it. Okay? So you may not be able to put into words what you're feeling right now, but that feeling, what it's like, the uneasy, the odd, the little bit off kind of feeling, that's what actually has wisdom and guidance for you. So take a moment, turn toward it, and ask it what it knows about this situation. Now, the answer won't necessarily come in words. It may come in a further feeling, or an image, or a memory, or just, well, there's a lot I don't know, but this much I do know. Like, at least I know I can't put up with this much longer. Or, at least I know I just need to be myself. Okay? Very good. Now, that's just a step. It's not the whole thing. But you got a step, and every step adds up, right? Step after step adds up to powerful life change. That's how it works. You know what? Our bodies are always ready to give us guidance. And it's the times in my life when I haven't listened to the whispers inside me that I most got into trouble. And when I've stayed with my inner sense of rightness, when I've stayed with my feel of what's right for me, I've made courageous choices that carried my life forward into fuller possibilities. And I want that for you. So let's have a conversation. There's a place right below this video to write. I want to hear how that was for you to do the exercise. And what are your thoughts and feelings about having an inner guide for your life? Do you feel like you've tried, but you have blocks and obstacles to it? Tell me about that. I will respond to everything anybody writes. So, and keep an eye out for my next email where I'm going to talk to you about the obstacles. What is it that gets in the way of being able to really sense and trust our inner sense of rightness? And by the way, if you're a fan of my work already, why not share this email? Put this video on Facebook. That would be very helpful. Thank you so much. I love it that we're talking. Let's keep talking. See you later.